Hey everyone, welcome back to Everly Health. If you're living with diabetes or supporting someone who is, you already know how important it is to eat right. But what about vitamins? Today, we're diving into the top 3 vitamins every diabetic must eat. These nutrients are often overlooked, but trust me, they can play a huge role in controlling blood sugar, improving energy, and protecting your long-term health. Let's get into it. Number 1, Vitamin D. Let's kick things off with vitamin D, a true unsung hero in the world of diabetes management. Most people know vitamin D as the sunshine vitamin, famous for helping build strong bones. But if you're living with diabetes or even just at risk, vitamin D is way more important than you might think. Why is vitamin D so essential for diabetics? Here's the deal. Vitamin D plays a critical role in helping your body respond to insulin properly. It actually helps regulate how sensitive your cells are to insulin. This is crucial because insulin resistance is one of the biggest issues in type 2 diabetes. On top of that, vitamin D supports the pancreas, the organ responsible for producing insulin in the first place. When vitamin D levels are adequate, the beta cells in your pancreas can function more efficiently, potentially leading to better insulin production and glucose regulation. And it doesn't stop there. Vitamin D is also a natural inflammation fighter. Chronic low-grade inflammation is common in people with diabetes, and it's one of the main drivers of insulin resistance. When your body is inflamed, your cells become deaf to insulin signals, making it harder to manage blood sugar. Vitamin D helps reduce this inflammation, easing the metabolic stress on your system. What happens if you're deficient? A deficiency in vitamin D can quietly wreak havoc on your health, especially if you have diabetes. Studies have found links between low vitamin D levels and increased insulin resistance, higher fasting blood glucose, poor A1C levels, muscle weakness, increased risk of cardiovascular disease, and even depression and fatigue, two conditions that are more common in diabetics. And the scariest part, you might not even feel it. Vitamin D deficiency often goes unnoticed until symptoms become more serious. That's why testing your vitamin D levels at least once a year is a smart move, especially if you're managing a chronic condition like diabetes. Where can you get vitamin D? Thankfully, there are plenty of ways to get your daily dose of this sunshine vitamin through both diet and lifestyle. Top food sources include fatty fish like salmon, sardines, tuna, and mackerel, among the richest sources. Egg yolks, don't skip them if you're eating whole eggs. Fortified dairy or plant-based milk, go for unsweetened almond, soy, or oat milk to keep carbs in check. Mushrooms, especially varieties exposed to sunlight or UV light, some fortified margarines and spreads. But here's the twist, most people don't get enough vitamin D from food alone. That's why sun exposure is still one of the best natural sources. Just 15 to 20 minutes of sunlight on your skin, arms, face, or legs, a few times a week can help your body synthesize all the vitamin D it needs. The catch? This only works if you don't wear heavy sunscreen, you live in a sunny region, your skin is exposed directly to sunlight. Unfortunately, if you live in northern climates, have darker skin, or spend most of your time indoors or covered up, your body may not produce enough vitamin D naturally. Quick recap. Why vitamin D is a diabetic must-have. 1. Improves insulin sensitivity. 2. Supports pancreatic insulin production. 3. Reduces chronic inflammation. 4. Protects against diabetic complications. 5. Boosts immune and mood health. 6. Easy to get from sun, food, or supplements. Number 2, vitamin B12. Coming in at number 2, we've got vitamin B12, a vitamin that's not just important, but critical for anyone managing type 2 diabetes, especially if you're taking metformin. Let's break it down. Why should diabetics care about B12? Vitamin B12, also known as cobalamin, plays a major role in keeping your nervous system healthy. And here's why that matters. People with diabetes are already at higher risk of nerve damage, known as diabetic neuropathy. This is when high blood sugar levels damage the nerves, especially in your legs, feet, and hands. It can lead to symptoms like tingling or burning sensations, numbness, sharp, shooting pain, weakness in limbs, and even loss of coordination. Now, here's the scary part. A B12 deficiency can cause very similar symptoms and even make existing diabetic neuropathy worse. That means you might blame your diabetes for your symptoms, when in fact, part of the problem could be low B12 levels. The metformin connection. Metformin is one of the most prescribed drugs for type 2 diabetes, and it works. It helps lower blood sugar and improve insulin sensitivity. But there's a catch. Long-term use of metformin can reduce B12 absorption in the small intestine. In fact, studies show that 10% to 30% of people on metformin may develop low or borderline B12 levels over time. That's a pretty big deal. And the longer you've been on metformin or the higher your dosage, the greater your risk of deficiency. This is why it's so important for diabetics on metformin to monitor their B12 levels regularly, even if they're not feeling any major symptoms yet. What are the symptoms of vitamin B12 deficiency? This vitamin is like the spark plug for your nervous system and red blood cell production. If you're running low, your body will definitely let you know, though often in sneaky, subtle ways. Common symptoms include persistent fatigue or weakness, numbness or tingling in hands and feet, poor memory or brain fog, mood changes including depression or irritability, pale or yellowish skin, sore or swollen tongue, balance problems. Again, notice how many of those overlap with diabetes complications. That's what makes B12 deficiency so easy to miss. Who's at risk of deficiency? In addition to people taking metformin, other at-risk groups include adults over age 50 due to reduced stomach acid, vegetarians and vegans since B12 is mostly found in animal products, people with digestive disorders like celiac, Crohn's, or atrophic gastritis, those who've had weight loss surgery. If you fall into any of these categories and you also have diabetes, double the caution. Best food sources of vitamin B12. The good news is, if you eat animal products, it's relatively easy to get B12 through your diet. Here are some of the richest sources. Beef liver, one of the most concentrated sources of B12 out there. Eggs, especially the yolks. Dairy products like milk, cheese, yogurt. Fish, including salmon, trout, tuna, and sardines. Poultry like chicken and turkey. But what if you're vegan or vegetarian? No worries, you've still got options. Fortified cereals, check the label for B12 content. Nutritional yeast, a vegan-friendly food that's often fortified with B12 and has a cheesy, nutty flavor, great on popcorn or salads. Plant-based milks like almond or soy, sometimes fortified with B12. Quick recap. Why vitamin B12 matters for diabetics, supports healthy nerves and prevents diabetic neuropathy. Fatigue, brain fog, and numbness can signal deficiency. Metformin use significantly increases your risk of low B12. Found mostly in animal products and fortified vegan foods. Easy to supplement if needed, just check your levels. Number 3. Vitamin C. And finally, at number 3, but definitely not the least, we've got vitamin C. Now, most people know vitamin C as the immune system vitamin, right? It's the one we all reach for when we're feeling a cold coming on. But here's the part many people don't know. Vitamin C can be a game changer for people with diabetes. So, what makes vitamin C so special for diabetics? Vitamin C is a powerful antioxidant. And that's huge because diabetes causes oxidative stress in the body. What does that mean? Well, when your blood sugar stays high, it can damage your blood vessels and organs over time. This damage happens partly due to free radicals, unstable molecules that harm your cells. Vitamin C helps neutralize those free radicals, protecting your body from long-term complications of diabetes, such as cardiovascular disease, kidney damage, eye issues, retinopathy, nerve damage, neuropathy. But wait, there's more. Vitamin C may help lower blood sugar levels. Multiple studies suggest that taking enough vitamin C daily can improve blood glucose control, especially fasting blood sugar levels and post-meal spikes. It appears to help by reducing insulin resistance so your body can use insulin more effectively, slowing glucose absorption in the intestines, and even reducing HbA1c levels over time. That's your 3-month average blood sugar. So not only is vitamin C an antioxidant, it's potentially an ally in managing blood sugar. Vitamin C and immune health in diabetics. Let's not forget the obvious. Diabetes compromises your immune system. That's why people with diabetes are at higher risk of infections, from something as simple as the flu to more serious things like slow healing wounds or urinary tract infections. Vitamin C boosts your white blood cells' ability to fight pathogens, helps repair tissues, and speeds up wound healing, all of which are extra important when your immune system isn't functioning at full strength. So yeah, vitamin C isn't just for cold season, it's for every season if you're managing diabetes. Signs of vitamin C deficiency. Vitamin C is a water-soluble vitamin, meaning your body doesn't store it. You need to get it from food every single day. Here are some warning signs your body might be low. Frequent colds or infections, slow healing wounds, dry or splitting hair, easy bruising, bleeding gums or inflamed gums, fatigue and irritability, rough, dry, or bumpy skin. In diabetics, these symptoms can often be overlooked because they're attributed to diabetes itself. But in reality, a vitamin C boost could make a big difference. Best food sources of vitamins. Good news. There are plenty of delicious options to load up on vitamin C, and most of them are diabetes friendly. Here's a list of some of the best natural sources. Bell peppers, especially red and yellow ones. They pack more vitamin C than oranges. Broccoli, also high in fiber, which helps regulate blood sugar. Kale and spinach, great in smoothies or stir fries. Strawberries, naturally sweet, but lower in sugar compared to other fruits. Citrus fruits like oranges, lemons, and grapefruits, just eat in moderation to watch the sugar. Kiwi, surprisingly high in vitamin C. Brussels sprouts and cabbage. Tomatoes, fresh, sun-dried, or in sauces. Chili peppers, a spicy source of immune support. Quick recap: why vitamin C is essential for diabetics. Powerful antioxidant that fights diabetes-related damage. May help lower fasting blood sugar and post-meal spikes. Supports immune system and wound healing. Found in colorful fruits and veggies. Water soluble, so you need to get it daily. So there you have it. Vitamin D, B12, and C, the top 3 vitamins every diabetic should know and include in their daily routine. Remember, managing diabetes isn't just about avoiding sugar, it's about nourishing your body with the right tools to fight back. These vitamins don't just support your blood sugar, they protect your heart, nerves, immune system, and overall energy. At Everly Health, we believe small changes can lead to big results. Start by getting your vitamin levels checked, adjust your diet, supplement if needed, and see how much better you feel in just a few weeks. If you found this video helpful, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. We've got more science-backed tips coming your way every week. Take charge of your health, you deserve it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.